What's going on, everybody? My name is Cray Spray. Welcome to my channel. A couple things I want to tell you before I get started with this piece for you. Let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I got a couple of collaborations I'm going to do with other spray paint artists on YouTube. I got how-to tutorials, a couple of tools you're going to need for your trade, what kind of spray paint you should use, what kind of spray paint you probably shouldn't use. I got a whole lot of reviews coming your way. Also, if you're planning on doing this live, that's my specialty. I go out of my town at least about twice a month, and I'll tell you a couple secrets on how to get the people engaged and so you can have the most success out of this work. But you're gonna miss all that if you don't subscribe. So go ahead and hit that button for me. Let's get started.
All right, so I decided to go ahead and do a voiceover for this because, well, whenever I was spray painting, half the audio cut out for some reason, and I don't really know what happened. But in any case, so basically what I'm doing right here is I am marking my planets, and that's something I highly recommend because you don't want to randomly waste spray paint. And if you do this method, it helps a lot, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you're doing this live, you can really just spray the whole thing if you want to, and basically it'll be for show, obviously. But if you're doing this for one of your clients, or if you're just doing this for fun, I highly recommend doing this technique. But if once again, if you're doing it live, spray the whole thing, even if you're not going to use half the paint. I mean, it's really all for show at that point. But as you can see right here, I'm basically doing a basic planet. Nothing really special. This whole piece, by the way, is what I specialize in, and it is called crowd pleasing or crowd pleasers. Generally paintings that only take roughly, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes to do. And what it does is that it's a lot of popular spray paint art. So if you ever go on YouTube, obviously like right now, and you look up any kind of spray paint art, you'll generally see some planets. Normally it's a night scene, and you'll see a lot of cities and a bridge, some water. Generally that's what people want. Okay, now if you live in a different area, maybe in California or wherever, they might not dig that so much. But where I'm located is Oklahoma City, and people love it here. I mean, they eat it up. So a big majority of my paintings that I do is exactly that. Obviously, you want to listen to your audience and do whatever they respond to. You know what I'm saying? These paintings are generally easy to do. They're not really technically complicated at all. So basically, also what I'm doing, I'm still making the planet stencils or planets. Now, what I went ahead and did with my video is I sped it up because this video took a long time because I was talking and I never really taught or spoke and tried to tell people what I was doing. I normally just kind of keep my head down and just do what I do. But this is a little bit easier for me to do, so I might just keep doing all my videos like this. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, you guys let me know if you like this or not, I guess. But in any case, right here, I am basically done with placing my planets. Now, next thing I believe I'm going to do is I'm going to make a streak. Yeah. Now, this is something that I like to do because, once again, it actually sells really well. A lot of people like to have really bright, vibrant colors in their paintings, and if you have a little streak going through the sky, it really does help a whole lot. But once again, really just go with whatever your audience is kind of looking for. If you do a paint live and you do mountains and I don't know, moons and space scenes and stuff like that, and they don't sell, well, I mean, like I said, you just got to go with whatever really works for you. Right here, I'm actually putting the underlayer for where the buildings are going to go, or the city. Okay. Obviously, you want to do this before you put down anything. The more colors you put down, the more vibrant the buildings will be. Okay. You want to try to use contrasting colors for this, but really, with spray paint art, you could really do I guess whatever you really want to with it. There's really no rules to it, which is something I like, obviously. You can make everything just black and white. You can make it rainbow colors. It doesn't really matter, it's your painting. So right here, basically, I'm putting some stars on it. Basically, all you do is just spray onto your finger. And if you look on the left side of the screen, I flick it off to the side first to get all the big blobs off. And then I flick the rest onto the painting. What I'm doing right now is saying that there's a little spot right there that if you cover it up with your city, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be scratched out anyway. So sometimes the paint doesn't mesh well, so you'll get those spots. Right here, I'm basically saying whenever you spray on make a glow around a planet, what you want to do is you want to spray actually onto your stencil if you can. Okay, what that does is that it gives a glow around the planet. Now on this one, I don't believe I put a huge glow around it. It's very faint, right? Which is something that sometimes I like to do it that way. Sometimes I like to make it very contrasting. You can see it pop, but today I was just kind of feeling this. Same thing with this though. Okay, I was basically just putting a small little glow around it, nothing super big. Okay, so now looks like I'm actually going to start making the city. Now, basically right then I just showed you that you need these tools. Usually they're just paint scrapers. I have 3 different sizes on them. Okay. Right now I'm basically talking whenever you're doing your spray painting. If you're doing it live, obviously, because like I said, this is something that I specialize in. This is kind of what it's geared towards. You don't want the paint to be dry. Okay, you need it to be nice and wet, depending on how much, how vibrant you want your buildings to be. Me, I like my buildings to be very vibrant like this, where it scrapes off a majority of the paint. But sometimes, people like to not really do that. They like to have, very faint buildings, and that works too. What I'm going to do is here in the near future, I'm actually going to do a tutorial on how to make buildings. I know that a lot of people have requested that. If you haven't already, go ahead and go to my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/crayspray. A lot of people have been messaging me on how do I do buildings and cities and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put out a tutorial on how to do that here shortly. So go ahead and stay tuned, and also obviously subscribe for that. Basically, I put down the major buildings in the back, a small city in the front, and then I sprayed black over it, obviously. What I'm doing right now is going to make a bridge. There is a couple of different ways you can do a bridge. Right here, I'm just making basically just 2 pillars. And then I'm connecting them with lines. Now, obviously, these lines do not have to be perfect, okay? Especially whenever you're spray painting, live and you're trying to do it as fast as you can. If you mess up, it's okay. It really is. If people like your work, they like your work. I've messed up so many times, but as long as you can cover them up, as long as you can put down more paint, then, it's all the better for you. Right here, say it's better to turn your painting over just so you can get these lines good. My lines obviously are not the best in the world, but like I said, doesn't have to be perfect. I don't recommend, if you're doing a bridge, I don't recommend putting the lines all the way down to the end, because you don't want to scrape like the whole middle part of your painting. Right here, to make the suspension cables, you basically just do a zigzag up and down, and make it smaller going all the way. So right here, what I go and do is I do water underneath the bridge. Okay, anytime you ever look at any kind of one-skin painting on YouTube, they always do this. They always put water underneath there, and honestly, the reason why is because it sells. It really does. Everyone likes these paintings with the cities in them. And once again, I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do the cities. I'm also going to show you how to do specific buildings, so that way if you're in Dallas, or here, if you're like me here in Oklahoma City, we have the Devon Tower. I learned how to articulate that, and you can basically do almost any building that you want to, because it's all just abstract art. It really is. So right here I am talking about making water. You can put down a lighter color first and then a darker color, or you can do it vice versa. You can put down a dark color and a light color. Either way it goes, like I said, I mean, just kind of, just really do whatever you want. I mean, that's just kind of the gist of it. You put down the dark, what I did was I put down the light color first, then put down a dark color and kind of switched it back and forth. I didn't make it as defined, but it works. Make sure you sign all of your paintings, okay? So everyone knows where they got it. And then there's the final touch. What I usually do is I usually make like a moon like that. You basically just take a piece of paper and curl it and then shoot it. Right there, just make a shooting star. Basically what I was saying is that you want to shoot it outwards, not inwards, because then it doesn't really look right. So this is the picture of the painting right here. What I did was I flipped the painting around and I didn't realize where the frame was, so about half it was cut off. But this is it right here. So go ahead and just leave a comment on this video, like it, and also subscribe to my channel once again. Go ahead and just follow me on my social networks right there. And I will see you guys later. Once again, my name is Cray Spray. Have a good day.